Alrighty, Myra's off tonight. Jordan's here with sports, and not a surprise, but this isn't good news, right?
No, it's just kick after kick for the hockey fan. Thank you, Hudson. Hockey fans feared it, and now it's official. All is quiet on New Year's Day in regards to the NHL's Winter Classic. The league's outdoor spectacle event is the latest casualty of the lockout. Next on the chopping block could be the entire season. 120,000 people at Michigan Stadium. Didn't sound like much fun anyway, to be honest. It was supposed to be the Red Wings taking on the Leafs in what would have been the league's biggest spectacle to date, and it would have been the first time a Canadian team would have taken part in the Winter Classic. Michigan Stadium is in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and thanks to proximity, thousands upon thousands of Leaf fans were expected to make the trip. The league now has to forfeit the $100,000 deposit they paid for this stadium. Now, as you might expect, reaction was fast, furious, and pretty funny on Twitter. Here's a sampling. First one is from Molinari PG. Unconfirmed report, NHL working on plan to cancel Christmas, kids' birthday parties, and all future adoptions of kittens. Down goes Brown writes, NYC Marathon canceled, so if you see a crowd chasing a little guy down a Manhattan street, it's the NHLPA trying to meet with Gary Bettman. I like it. Victoria Royals fans won't have to go without their team, but they won't be seeing them in person for a while. Royals play Game 3 of a 7-game road trip tonight in Portland and won't be back home until November 16th. The Red Hot Winterhawks are unbeaten in 7 straight, and it doesn't get much easier once the Royals roll into Alberta. Lethbridge, Calgary, and Medicine Hat have all been piling up the wins.
We need to make up some ground here on the road after last weekend. We lost 2 straight there, but we felt like we did extremely well against Kamloops, even though the score didn't say so. We got a little bit of penalty trouble, but we worked on that a lot here this week in practice, and we're looking to improve on it.
It presents a real good challenge for us. It's a 7-game trip that's broken down, and now we go out for 5. And you get past Portland the weekend, and you go into Lethbridge. They're a team that's playing extremely well right now, and I believe that they're upwards of 6 wins in a row, and Calgary isn't an easy place to play, and Medicine Hat always plays well at home. So we know what we have to do moving forward, and we'll break it down. We'll look at each game every night.
Puck drops at 7 o'clock. We will have highlights tonight at 11. Great time to catch a Grizzlies game, though. They host the Cowichan Valley Caps tonight at 7:15 at the Bear. We will have highlights. The Nanaimo Clippers are the only other island team in action. They're in Vernon to play the Vipers. The good news for the UVic Vikes women's field hockey team is that they finally scored a goal at CIS Nationals in Toronto. The bad news is that the University of Western Ontario scored more. A 3-1 loss to the Mustangs drops the Vikes to 0-3 in the tournament, making a podium finish virtually impossible. Ditto for men's soccer. CIS Nationals being held on the ice planet of Hoth. Vikes facing the Saskatchewan Huskies in frigid conditions in Edmonton. Huskies opening your scoring in the 43rd minute, knocking into Vikes keeper Elliot Matrew off the free kick. Goal stands 1-0 Tauntauns. Huskies. Same score late in the second. Vikes with a couple of chances, including this, where a Vikes player gets hauled down by the Saskatchewan keeper. Yikes. Huskies would add a late one, winning 2-0. Tough luck for UVic. They will not repeat as national champs. Nice and warm in McKinnon Gym, though. Vikes basketball tips off tonight as the men's and women's team takes on the UBC Okanagan Heat. The men lost some key pieces last year, Ryan McKinnon, Zach Andrus, and Mike Berg, but they filled one of those holes with a familiar face. Brandon Dunlop took a couple of seasons away from CIS ball, but will be leaned on heavily for leadership by coach Craig Beaucamp.
He gets fitter and fitter each day, and you can still see those, the same glimmers and same spark that he had 3 years ago when he was here. He played the game, he was removed from the game, then he coached kids, and he's back. So I think he has a deeper appreciation for the game and probably a better, basketball IQ because of that.
What's your role on this team?
Just to provide some veteran leadership, be that little spark plug, that work energy, and I got to be a leader on and off the floor, and hopefully guys can pick up on that and we can move together as a team.
Meanwhile, Vikes women are set to tip off just moments from now against UBCO. Danny Sinclair has a young roster, and they are poised to fire a warning shot in the Canada West, and that all starts tonight.
We're really looking forward to our home opener. We've been away from home for the majority of our preseason, so we're really excited to be back in McKinnon.
We're an interesting mix. We got a lot of youth, but we have a lot of experience as well. We got a big roster, but not too many big players. So we're small, but we're quick. Good mix of experience and youth. It'll be a different Vikes team, but I think it'll be a good one.
Watermelon heads like our own Myra Lawrence have started their migration to BC Place for tomorrow's regular season finale between the Riders and the Lions. They're expecting the largest crowd of the season for a game that means nothing in the standings. The players, though, see it differently.
We lost our last game. We need to regain momentum for us. We need to get back to our winning ways for confidence. We need to play a lot better football than we played last week. And we're coming out as a dry run for the Western Final. And it's a game we're going into knowing we have to win.
It's still a football game and you want to win it. And for them, they want to come into the playoffs rolling and with momentum and work out kinks as well. So, I don't think it's going to be as slow or guys kind of laying off as much as everyone kind of suspects. But, at the end of the day, this is a Western opponent and a team that could possibly be playing in the Western Final. So for us, it's a must-win game.
Rider fans will crawl through broken glass across the country to watch their team play.
The Island boy wants to make sure he takes his game to the big stage.
The next level on the big stage.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, next stop playoffs for them. I wonder how he responds.
Yeah, I hope Mike has fun. All right, Jordan, thank you.
All right.